The king has arrived at Windsor Castle where he is hosting the royal family's annual pre-Christmas lunch for the first time. Charles was the first to arrive and was pictured being driven through the gates in a blue overcoat, suit and tie. The Queen consort, in a blue patterned dress, smiled for photographers as she arrived just behind him. The private lunch marks the biggest family reunion since the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II in September. Around 50 members of the extended family are expected to attend the festive event, the first to take place for 3 years due to the coronavirus pandemic. They include the Prince and Princess of Wales and their 3 children, as well as the Princess Royal, the Duke of York, the Earl and Countess of Wessex and all of their various children. Attendees traditionally sit down for a Sandringham bread turkey with all the trimmings, as well as to pull crackers and drink wine. They are seated at tables of 10, with the royal children eating in a separate room, Mike Tyndall revealed in 2019. The former rugby player, who is married to the King's niece, Zara, told the House of Rugby podcast, "There must be about 70 of us there. There are 7 tables and the kiddies have their own little one in a different room." "I was on Prince Charles's table. It was lovely, really good." The lunch traditionally gave the late Queen a chance to catch up with members of her family who do not travel to Sandringham for Christmas, including her cousins, the Gloucesters, the Duke of Kent and the Michaels of Kent. She would always travel to Sandringham by train the following day, opting to remain there until February 6, the anniversary of her accession to the throne. Buckingham Palace has not yet disclosed when the king will go to Sandringham or how he will travel. However, he is expected to have a shorter break, with a busy diary of engagements in January sandwiched around the publication of the Duke of Sussex's memoir, Spare. Meanwhile, images were released of the Princess of Wales planting a tree in memory of the late Queen as part of a global green initiative to commemorate the monarch. The princess planted a wild cherry tree sapling at Westminster Abbey, one of more than 1 million trees planted under the Queen's Green Canopy (QGC) project across the UK and Commonwealth. The QGC was established to mark the Queen's 70-year reign, with the public invited to plant a tree for the Jubilee. The project was due to conclude in December at the end of the Jubilee year. But following the wishes of the King, who is the QCG's patron, it has been extended to the end of March 2023, to give people the opportunity to plant trees in memory of the late monarch, who died in September. More than 1 million trees were planted in the late Queen's name during the October 2021 to March 2022 planting season. The princess's sapling, a gift from the Duchy of Cornwall, was planted last Wednesday during final preparations for her carol concert, held at Westminster Abbey for the 2nd year. The festive event was staged the following day. The princess and her family were joined by the king and queen consort for traditional carols. It will be broadcast on ITV on Christmas Eve.